Okay, hello folks, Michael J here. And now we have another episode of the Chronicles
with your host, Michael J.
Oh.
Now sit back,
sit tight,
put up your feet, and get comfortable. Enjoy the ride.
Okay, so now we return to the saga of what we call wargaming. Yepperdoodles. So now there it is. Okay. Need to find this stuff. Okie dokie. So now I'm going to go to the main screen so you can see what's going on here. What's going on? Just like Marvin Gaye. What's going on? So this is my message center. Not a ton of messages for me. Started all from this guy, Ahskance, back to April 5. April. So April 5, 7, and 7. And then June 10. And then just 11 hours ago. And today is June, looks like the 26th. Yeah, 26. Okay, so I get a warning. Originally back April 5. Be respectful to other posters. And the violated rule is personal attacks. This was a little tough one, but the way the guy reacted, this Ensign Chulu, reacted really... So I just had to say to him, have you been vaccinated for rabies? Because he came at me like a bulldog. And then I said, oh, my wise guy, eh? You know, just to lighten things up. But that was taken as a personal attack. Not sure on what, but, you know, it just didn't continue on. Didn't continue with that mode about vaccinated for rabies because there was many other posts thereafter. But for some reason, I don't know if... Guy Ahskance understands what personal attacks are. And just a one-off comment, really, you know, this is open for interpretation many different ways. And then here, Krusik says you need to edit your post. And I give that guy credit for doing that, messaging me and saying, you know, you need to remove that mention of Roe versus Wade. Political issues will get you an instant warning for a EULA violation. So I appreciate he at least reached out. Bless him. And then by the time I had that, I was already suspended. So I got suspended. This is a game forum. Politics are not allowed. Due to a recent warning, you are suspended for 2 days. See the violation, political discussions, other, escalation. Other, escalation. Okay. First of all, Roe versus Wade really is a legal precedence used by the Supreme Court and the legal system, judiciary. And the judiciary is totally separate from the legislative branches of government. But nonetheless, it was used in a manner that, you know, contextually, why are we arguing Roe versus Wade, which split a country for so many years? Why don't we just create birthing centers? Just solve the issue instead of arguing back and forth. And this was a thing about subs. So it's just to set an example for subs. Why do we argue my point, your point? Why can't we try and figure out a solution that satisfies both sides' needs? Very simple thing. And then the other thing here is under a violated rule, escalation. Escalation of what? See, here's the post right here. Reminds me of the great American debate known as Roe versus Wade. People need to argue a side and will split a country instead of a simple resolve, such as having birthing centers. So, where is this big political discussion, and where is this escalation? And the fact of the matter, after the post, did it go anywhere? No, other than a guy just telling me, something may happen. So there you go. So now June 10th, get another one. Now, violated rule, personal attacks, being disrespectful. Be respectful to other players. You have received a warning. So this is on June 10th. For this. Maybe you've drunk the proverbial snake oil drink of the century. Past economic rework, working its magic, oh my. There might be a hidden message or metaphor within what I stated. Have another squid sandwich, Moby. Well, that is not a personal attack. It's not disrespectful. And it was a one-off post. So this guy Ahskance, listen, you got to really learn what a personal attack is and what it is being, and what being disrespectful is. And then now, I got a friggin' suspension. June 26th, suspension. And what do I get the violation or suspension for? Other, which is disrespectful baiting, escalation, and remain constructive. So here it says, be respectful to other posters. Do not bait other posters. And due to recent warnings, back in June 10th, 2 weeks ago, I'm suspended for 2 weeks. That's over this post. So this is the post. And I responded. This is the response. You gentlemen keep beating the same drum. Neither of you has direct financial information in order to discredit the OP. The OP has experience with mergers and acquisitions, blah, 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 based on real-world experience. And you people can continue with your opinions knowing we respect every person's expression. So we're saying right here, we respect every person's expression, and thank you for your participation. Like, how is that not being respectful to other posters? And how is that baiting other posters? And then it says here, violate a rule, remain constructive, disrespectful baiting, escalation. Where do you see it? Like, and then here's a separate post, because there's this little notation here. This is a separate post. I'll respond, yikes. Are you relying on company financials, the banks in Cyprus? And if anybody's in the know, Cyprus is where most Russian mafioso have been banking for many, many decades. And then further to that, I say, I'd offer to purchase for 2 cents and a lot of covenants and warranties providing indemnifications. So knowing that a company's banking in Cyprus, if I was going to purchase, because, that's what I've done in the past. So there's nothing that is not constructive. There is nothing that is out of line, which would be a reasonable expression of the circumstances. And there's nothing disrespectful, baiting, or an escalation. So, what gives here? What gives? Just doesn't make sense.
With your host, Michael J. Now sit back, sit tight, put up your feet, and get comfortable. Enjoy the ride.
So there you have it. A couple of forums. Or the forum. This is World of Warships forum. And they just can't handle. And I don't know. It's just they're disseminating everything. There seems to be a personal bias. So why do I say there seems to be a personal bias? Well, let's check this out. Okay, so this was recently. This thread's still active. My thread, the one that I got banned from, actually was a pretty hot item. I had a lot of responses. They actually took it off. It's not in the forums anymore. Sorry, I got a dry throat. But here's to give you another example. So here's the guy responds, "It's not my fault. I'm Galileo, and the rest of the billions want to stay behind and comfortable with hearsay." This is an existing thread. It's still happening. Nobody else has gotten friggin' banned or suspended. And I post all these things. Galileo, died in 1642. He responded, "Well, humanity has just learned and embraced his theories. In his time, he was crucified for them. Took some 300 years, yet humanity can change their ways." Well, I provided a source in the link here. Galileo then states here in my response, Galileo later defended his views in dialogue concerning the two chief world systems, which appeared to attack Pope and alienated both the Pope and the Jesuits. So this guy's bringing up Galileo and was crucified. He's bringing up political issues, religious issues, because you had canon law back at that time. And then a guy got crucified, but it's misinformation. And I don't know if I'll up here, it's not my fault, and the rest of the billions want to stay behind and comfortable with hearsay. Well, he's saying hearsay, which means listening to something that's misinformation, gaslighting, but Galileo was heresy, and heresy is an opinion that goes against religious beliefs, usually Christian beliefs. So this is what I'm dealing with. So here we have hearsay, and it probably should have been heresy. Two different meanings, but either spell check misspelled it, or he has no idea that these different spellings have different meanings and that they're spelt that way. So there you go. And there's that. And then I put, Warships, World of Warships in crisis. What the heck was that? For 2023, 4:22.54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Now, do you notice something odd for a random... Oh, yeah, okay, so here's the thing. This thread was about... Yeah, this is the thing that's in this thread was about how the game's gone downhill. So this is what this thread's about. How the game's gone downhill. Matter of fact, I'll go right up and you can just see for yourself. Yeah, the quality of the game's decreased a lot. But it's still, believe it or not, a live thread. My thread got totally taken off. So, and here's the thing, I did a video, because here's the thing, this was on a Saturday afternoon, about 4:30, 4:45 in the afternoon. Do some naval battles from the clan, going into a random battle, and I end up 5-on-5. This is a match 5-on-5. So I post this, so it's, you know, there's some proof here of stuff that's going on that's really weird. And that's why I put it out there. 1 ship, 2 ship, 3 ships, 4 ships, 5 ships. 5-on-5. If I knew this was going to be 5-on-5, I wouldn't be playing the ship I'm playing. So, here's the other thing. Now you got CVs, which I have no proper AA counter to either one of these CVs. Okay, so there I'm making my... So now, here's one of the guys that responded to the other thread where I got banned. And they took right off out of the forums. And then this guy says... If you're going to post an uneducated opinion, no, talk about berating a person or baiting somebody. Here, you can see it for yourself. Guy even says I'm a flat earther. And this guy, you know, he's still posting. He didn't get friggin', what do you call this thing, put in the penalty box. And he says right here, my guy, if you're going to post an uneducated opinion to advance a talking point, already making false pretense in the first 5 minutes, what's the false pretense? I mean, everyone is playing other game modes. What's that supposed to mean? Am I supposed to guess? Yet at the same time, he just got done playing a lot of battles, and it was all a 24 fleet roster. Well, I just showed this one was 5-on-5. Simple. The evidence there. Just evidence. Nothing else. And then he has to further state, my experience is not a reflection of the player or the players as a whole. I don't make any representation either way with respect to that. But the fact of the matter is, I got in this battle, prime time, 5-on-5. Very strange. And then he goes on to insult his audience to say if you disagree with his narrative, you're a flat earther. First of all, never said that. Never said if you disagree, but you can see this is 5-on-5, so there's no denying that. The evidence is there. But then he accuses me of being a flat earther. So, if anything, this is against the policy of Wargaming's EULA, or Terms of Service, TOS, whatever you want to call it. So, there's a double standard here. Like, I'm not one of the guys that always post here and they embrace. They love Ahskance, which, you know, that's fine. I got nothing against them. You need different viewpoints. But you don't do like what Putin does, is just eliminate your competition so that your narrative is the only narrative that stands. Okay. And I even responded to him. If you watch from the 18-minute mark to the end, it becomes extremely hard to understand your point of view. Damn, if you watch the whole if you watch the whole video, I have to ask, did you even watch the video before posting? And then I finish with, have a great day and thanks for your opinions. Very simple. Very cordial. Very decent. But yet this guy's still posting. He did another post. Still posting. No suspension. So this is how Mr. Ahskance, I don't know what it is, for whatever reason. Oh, and then here. Look at this. I forgot about this. And then his response. I did. He was just playing the match and talking conjuncture. I'm sure he meant to say conjecture based on hearsay. Well, at least he's using hearsay in the right context this time. Conjuncture. This is not a conjuncture. The only way that it could be understood within the contextual understanding of this line here across is it's got to be conjecture. That's the only thing that would make sense. Okay, so from the start of the match to the end was nothing of value to post. Right. He's allowed his own personal opinions. We get that. But now he's talking about I'm based on hearsay. 5 on 5. It says, you see it, video evidence. Nothing to do with me. And then conjuncture. I'm not sure how anybody can speak conjuncture, but conjecture is another personal opinion. So, first 5 minutes in, where he makes a false narrative from his point of view, not mine. This is the poster, Naval Pride. To insulting his audience for not accepting his narrative. Well, why would I insult the audience for not accepting my narrative when I'm not engaged with an audience to insult? I'm just putting something out there that's showing what I'm trying to show. And if they want to respond back, they can use the comment section. Simple. And this flat earthers thing. I don't get it. Though at the end, he did show his bias by talking ill of CVs and subs. I got to beat this guy down some more, doesn't he? That's what he's saying. By the end, he showed his biases by talking ill. Again, it's a biased video with nothing but hearsay and insults. And he stated in the video near the end, my beliefs are the highway. No, not me. I don't do that. So, and then he has to say this country has been have been divided for too long. Not may have been. Hearing his tone and beliefs, he's not a man of data, just rejecting reality and substituting his own and calling them facts. So, Ahskance, you really got to be consistent how you apply rules and regulations here, buddy. So there you go. That's what you got. So, yeah, this thread's still alive, but the thread I was in is friggin' dead. They won't let me post. I've been banned from posting for 2 weeks. 2 whole weeks. Holy moly. You got the 2 weeks.
With your host, Michael J. Now sit back, sit tight, put up your feet, and
you
get
got
comfortable.
the perf, you got the ban. Yipper-doodle. Okay, and yeah, we can look at it right from here. Let's switch back. See for yourself. Okay, so my post, I started an actual thread. It was an actual post, advice to WG, and it was about giving more to get more. Like they want to make money, and how this. And there was just 3 minimal sentences to get some feedback and some dialogue. So now I'm going to click on here. Sorry, there is a problem. You do not have permission to view this content. It's not around anymore. It's history. If I go here, it's there. But if I go to here, this thread that I had started, which ended up being a hot item, it's gone. Disappeared. These guys have taken it right out. Taken it right out. Suspended me. Wiped out my friggin' thread. So this is how they deal with people. This is why, oh boy, I gotta be so careful what I say, because these guys just have a limited understanding of dialogue back and forth and how to deal with it in what would be considered a reasonable and appropriate manner.
With your host, Michael J. Now sit back, sit tight, put up your feet, and get comfortable.
So just as simple as that. Simple as that, folks. So I'd be really interested in what you think. There's obviously, from my point of view, hey, I may be wrong. Let me know what you think. There's a double standard. And this is why these guys have had problems, why you had the community contributors leave the game, why you've gotten issues with subs and CVs, and a lot of players, the game, a lot of people have left the game because of all these things. And it seems like if you do not dance with them in the manner that they dance, like kowtow to them, and then literally kowtow to them, and do the proverbial, yes, master, you're going to get penalized for it. But if you're just a friggin' Wild West show and off in the left field and whatever WG does, wargaming, is great, you seem to survive quite well. So there we go. That's where we're at. So that's where I'm at. Really curious what other people think. Questions, comments? Throw in the comments section. Really interested to see what you think. And one of the other things is that I gotta tell you, I don't. How do you friggin' do this? How do I do this? Well, doesn't matter. I barely post anyways. So, it's a game I like. A lot of people do like this game. And anybody that did like, Flamu, all those community contributors, people that are on the forums now, most of them didn't like them. Those are the guys that helped keep the developers in the game on track, and it was a great game. Still got some great things to it, but as you've seen, where it's going from like 1.2 million down to under 500,000, and we're talking the North American, I think it was the North American server on that. So there you go. That's where we're at. Thanks for watching. Comments, please. Take care. Love and peace to everyone. And remember, kindness starts from within. So you be kind to yourself. That's where it starts. Be kind to your family and your neighbors. Take care. Ciao for now. As Austin Powers said, yeah, baby. Thanks for watching. And remember, post in the comments.